Aloha friends. In this video I will talk about things I check before launching my setup. Okay, there are 6 things that I check. This ensures the setup will go smoothly. The first thing that I check is for cosmetic defects, and I'm going to look for dents and scratches all around the instrument. Make sure that there are no deep scratches or cracks in the wood. The next thing I look at are the machine heads. The machine heads are turning smoothly, that there are no skips. If there is a skip, that means that the tuning gear might be stripped and you will not be able to tune that string. Next thing I look for is I check the heel of the instrument. This is the heel of the instrument, and I want to make sure that it is not separating from the body of the instrument or cracking and lifting up. That looks pretty good intact. There are no openings that I can see. The next thing I check is the bridge. I want to make sure that the bridge is nicely flushed, glued onto the body. And to check that, what I do is I take a piece of paper and I see if it enters anywhere in around the bridge. If it doesn't enter, that means that the bridge is nicely glued in all the way around. This looks pretty good. The paper is not sliding under the bridge all the way around. You do not want gaps, because what happens is air and moisture over time gets inside of there and it lifts up the bridge, and then your bridge will pop off. The next thing that I check is the neck straightness, and the neck straightness plays an important part in your intonation. And I'm looking for relief, the relief on the neck. If you have too much of a back bow, what happens is your strings are going to sit on there and they are going to buzz. You're going to get string buzz and false tones. On the other hand, if the neck has too much of an up bow and the strings sit here, you are going to have high action and improper intonation. So to check that, I put my first finger on the first fret and then another finger where the fret meets the body, and then I'm going to check on the 8th fret, and I want to see slight relief on there, a little bow. That is the relief on the neck. So first fret where the body meets, press both of those down, go to the 8th fret and check for your relief. You want to see a little bit of bow in there, a little bit of relief. That is called your relief. You want some relief on the neck, and the next thing that I look at is the string action. You check the string action on the 1st fret and the 12th fret. To check the action on the 1st fret, you put your finger on the 3rd fret of the instrument, and then you just put your finger right behind the 1st fret and press down. You can visualize the travel of the string down to the 1st fret. That small gap is your string height at the 1st fret. That is how much space you have to play with inside of your nut slot depth. Let's see if you can see it clearly. Right? This part is done last, the 1st fret work. This has to be done very carefully, slowly, and you need file gauges, 5 fillers in place to help you guide you with the 1st fret for the 1st fret clearance. If you go too deep on your nut slot, you will have immediate buzz on your first fret. So you would have to reverse the process. This concludes part 1 of my setup practice. If you like the segment, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for part 2, where I will talk about action on the 12th fret, saddle adjustments, and tools needed. Aloha.